What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, with another video. Today, we're going to take a look at the Sunday night football game from last Sunday, the Detroit Lions at the Houston Texans. That was a crazy game. It was a crazy game. It was literally a shitty situation for Houston on two accounts. Let's get into it. Man, I was hyped about this game. This game had been hyped. The Lions were at a high 7-1. Only loss we had this year was Tampa Bay, and man, it was a game we should have won. And so Goff has been on a roll, playing lights out. We've had some injuries. Jameson Williams was out for suspension. We've had some defensive players down. So we've been just making sure that we play our hardest game whenever we're faced with an opponent. And so we're looking forward to this Houston Texans. The Texans are known for their defense, one of the top-ranked defenses in the league. They're over there on the AFC. We're on the NFC. They're at the top of their league, and we're looking forward to this game. This game was crazy. A lot of people got on the planes, got on the buses, drove their cars down to Houston. Houston was on fire. I mean, there's a lot of Detroit fans showed up for this game. A lot of fans have been traveling these last 2 years, more so than they have before, and they made their presence known in the city of Houston. Man, they were all over the place, tailgating at all the establishments. It was wild. Yeah. That the game was sloppy. Definitely some room for improvement. Our motto has been for this year is it takes more, and definitely they show some areas where they need to get better. I appreciate you coming in and chatting with me, man. I'm just gonna recap this game. So I had my Barry Sanders on, my Noggin Boss hat, and I had some buddies over. Had all the arcades on. We're playing, getting ready for the game. One of my best friends I'm always watching the games with. He came over. My wife had made some great soup. We had some beers. His butt was knocked out. He was like, I'm in a safe place. Got my belly full. Got a beer in me, and he was knocked out. It's just the whole start of it was crazy. They just started. I don't know why. And the Lions have been in a few games where they it's like they have to get a feel of what the opponent's going to do before they can make the adjustments. But it was pretty crazy. They definitely should have had Sonic and Knuckles making a bigger presence out the gate, because they knew it was going to be a game where they need to run that ball. But I think they wanted to try and come in and show that Goff was on fire with his throwing, and it didn't work out that way first half.
Jameer Gibbs the back, 2nd and 11. It's deflected towards Gibbs, and it's intercepted.
So right out the gate, instead of Gibbs running the ball, they tried to throw to him in the back. And you'll see this play done later in the game in the second half, but with Amon-Ra St. Brown, and had a much better outcome. But again, this is a tip ball. This is you can blame, it goes as an interception on Goff, but really, he was throwing to his running back in the backfield, and the ball got tipped, and that was the result.
Off the deflection, Jimmy Ward has it for Houston. It was deflected by Jalen Petrie.
Petrie was all over that field.
Lions bring some pressure, and Stroud throws, and it's caught for the first down at the 19-yard line.
Man, I want to say those uniforms. Let's see if we can get maybe stop.
Lions bring some
These
pressure,
uniforms, man.
and Stroud throws, and it's caught for the first down. At the 19.
Look at that. Those uniforms were fire, man. You know, red's my favorite color. Uh, and I love this uniform. I like the red. I like our black uniforms are fire, but these red ones are nice. Now I'm not all that familiar with the Texans team, so I'm not sure what the whose nickname is Mummy, um, but I'm assuming you mean this guy here. Um, yeah, people were dogging on these uniforms. I think these uniforms are nice.
Yard line.
And the interception is only worth something. Yeah, the candy red is fire, man. You know, those helmets are dope. Um, and I like the yeah, I like our black on black, this red on red with those candy apple red are definitely nice. Um, but the interception is only valuable. Obviously, it keeps your opponent from scoring, but you have to score to capitalize on.
Third and
What really
16.
matters.
For the pattern for Stroud, who throws on the run, completes it on the side. It's John Mechie gets the first down. Second and goal for the Texans. Mixon was on the move. He's on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Now, this whole game, I was conflicted because oh, okay, I got you. Um, the I was conflicted because I play a what do you call it, fantasy football. I'm in a fantasy football league, and is actually named Eyes for Talent. It's named after my best friend Sean Campbell, who passed. That was the name of his team on the league that we ran for many years. He was the commissioner of it, and so we have a league that's named what his team was called for many years. So Eyes for Talent league, and uh, I was playing against Bill, one of the guys, and I think he's like 7-2. I'm like 5-4 or something like that, and he had the lead coming into the Sunday night game. I had Mixon playing, and I had Schultz, the tight end for the Texans, playing, and he had Gibbs playing. I was down by at least 40 points or so coming into the game. So anytime that Mixon or Schultz was scoring, I was like, "Yay! I want you to get some points, but not too many points, where it's going to have the outcome of this game be in the favor of the Texans win and the Lions losing." So the whole game, I was like on pins and needles for those two reasons: the way these cats started off, and the fact that every move that these guys made, including this touchdown, was going for me in my fantasy, but not going well for the real boys.
Joe Mixon.
Joe
And
Mixon did it
motion didn't stop.
for Battleground
And the
Earth.
Detroit turnover turns into a Texans TD.
Every once in a while, you
They
got to take
capitalized
the
on that
fouls out
on that
here. And
interception.
that
That's
time,
what you want to
Robert
do.
Woods, number 2,
They give it
just
to you,
nailed one of those crackback
make them
blocks.
pay.
That's third and 15, so they have 4 instead of 5. And Goff got hit as he threw. Underneath it's Sam Laporta. Long way to go for the tight end. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Look at that.
5
Look.
Texans there.
All that red, all that fire, all over my boy Sam.
Drive 2 starts with a Stroud throw. It's complete. It's across midfield. Gain of 8 for Tank Dell. Here is the Houston offense. Patterson moved in at center. Juice Scruggs was the center. Slides to left guard. They've got to protect Stroud. So far doing a nice job as he completes it again to Dell for the first down at the Lions' 41-yard line.
All right, look how shiny those things are. Even the
Second
the
and 9
bracket,
to
the
Mixon
face
in the
guard.
air. Got that blocking. Mixon's on the run. With a
Nixon
lot of
was
room
getting
this
me
way
some
to put
points for my
downfield.
fantasy,
Mixon inside the 10. First and
and
goal
I'm
from
glad
the
he
3.
didn't. I'm
A
glad
gain
he
of
didn't get that because I
36.
didn't end up needing it.
But not all the wide scrambling he was doing the last few weeks.
Third and goal, Dario Gumbawale is the back. Stroud waiting, scrambling, looking for
Boom.
something. And brought down. Terrific
And you're
contain
right.
by the man who made a
Fantasy is tough when you have to root against
Fairbairn from 34.
your team and players.
2 drives, 2 scores for the Texans.
So they scored on the interception, which we gave them in good.
Goff throws it in the middle and is
That was a good catch. That was a good catch by J-Mo. J-Mo, this was his first game after the 2-game suspension. That was a heck of a catch.
Twisting pressure up the middle. There's the inside throw. Pressure all over it.
2 good throws to J-Mo.
2nd and 5.
And then they top it off with this.
Boom.
Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta. Goff out of the pocket. Finds his tight end who's been a bit quiet. And the Lions.
And they go for the kick here, the extra point here.
Jared Goff has been working on is they want to make everything look like it's this outside zone play. And so when he fakes it, it looks like the run play. And that created a huge opening. All these safeties on the back end can play man-to-man just like a corner can.
Inside give, Mixon, and McNeil was there. And that may push him to the edge of field goal range. We'll see where the mark comes. They'll probably stop his forward progress.
The defense was doing good. I mean, the Texans was moving the ball, scoring on every possession in the first half. Nearly all. I don't know if it was all. It was almost everything. But we held them to some kicks. That was great. He should have just laid down with that. That was Goff's spot there for sure. He should have. He felt that pressure back there. They touched his arm.
The 10 in the middle,
Mixon was mixing it up. Yes, Mixon is definitely fired this year. Glad he wasn't on. I'm glad he wasn't too hot Sunday night.
And Stroud escaping. Now throws on the run to the back of the end
So
zone.
they got into the red zone many times in that first half. The defense kept them from scoring the touchdown. They had to kick another field goal, and so that was great. They were getting in there, pressuring Goff, getting Goff. Man, he was rattled. He was rattled. They say he don't rattle, but he was rattled that first half. For sure. Now the commentator just said that these are terrible uniforms. I don't know what he's seeing because these things are fire. Michi had a cancer scare and no issue with cancer, battling cancer, and get back to the game, get back in the game, and get his first touchdown. So I was happy for him. That's a tough thing to deal with.
Send somebody to the inside post to affect Branch, get him to lean a step inside and create just enough room to squeeze that one in there.
Get the gun and try to make something happen here. Goff throws it in the
touchdown. Now they skipped a lot of minutes here because it was like 4 minutes when they got this ball. And they made some very questionable decisions to play it too safe. It's like they were playing at the end of this first half, to not lose as opposed to playing to win. It was very frustrating to watch. It's like, why are you not trying to move the ball? You're just trying to run the clock down. You saw what Houston was able to do with the little time they have. They went and scored. Then they Houston gets the ball, they score a touchdown, and then they want to come and the Lions want to try and come and make some magic with under 12 seconds. It was just terrible coaching at the end of this half. The first possession before that last Michi touchdown, the Lions could have easily moved that ball up the field and scored either a touchdown or a kick, but they weren't even trying. It was very obvious that they were not trying. They were trying to run the clock down. That was ridiculous.
Lions to stop it. Should be more time put back on the clock. 3+. Keep someone out there and around Gotham to go left to load up and throw right and throw it downfield. And it is intercepted. It's
That's
three
his third
interceptions here.
interception of the day. Down 23-7. 7-23. The Lions were not looking good at this point in time. I tell you, it was almost like I was watching the old Lions. Aside from Laporta and JMO, they were not moving that ball efficiently. They were looking horrible, and so much so that during the game, I started off in my Barry Sanders old Lions jersey, and I literally had to take it off. I had to go into my wardrobe and take off the old Lions. And I got rid of them, and I put on my Jack Campbell. I said the defense has got to do something because we are not going to win this thing if we're relying on if we're relying on just the offense to do their thing, because they were looking horrible. They were looking horrible at that time. Let me see if I can fix this. Light is crazy bright. All right. Yeah, so I switched into my defense. I said the defense has got to do has to help us save this game because the offense was not looking good whatsoever. Wish you can switch that to the opposite corner, but can you? Nope, you can't. All right. Well, anyway, so let's get the second half. I got into my defensive jersey, and it was crazy because the beginning of the half, the what do you call it? The sideline reporter was talking with Coach Campbell, and he was saying, "Hey, the defense has got to step up. We know we're not going to get it all back at one time. We need one play at a time." And just as he was saying that, this happened.
We're not going to get it all at one chunk here, so just one at a time. We'll do that. We'll play this out till we get 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter before we turn on, but we'll do it. Okay, Dan.
He said it. They had to get takeaways, and they do right out of the gate. See if the line.
So Davis came out and got that interception. But again, so now we're at 3 interceptions to 1. But you have to capitalize on interception for it to mean anything. It does keep them from scoring, adding more points, but you have to use these opportunities to get points yourself.
Make that pick turn into something. Montgomery running hard.
That is Knuckles. Sonic and Knuckles. That is Knuckles of the 1-2 punch of the running back for the Detroit Lions.
Loss of a yard for Montgomery. The 20. Goff shot from the end.
Threw it right to him.
He's trying to get it to Laporta. Lassiter has back-to-back.
Back-to-back. So that was the first one. The other one you can't really count the Hail Mary, But now there's 4-1 interception.
Incomplete, trying to get it to Dalton Schultz. Terrific linebacker addition. The defensive lineman Fatukasi out. Kurt Heinisch in. Goff play action protected.
And Laporta gets us down into the red zone. And now we have to bring out Knuckles.
First and goal, Detroit trying to get back in and
punch right through.
to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Yes. Demo.
2-point conversion
Now-
down across the league this year.
Now he starts off saying 2-point conversions down this year. in the comments, can anybody tell me what sense did it make to go for 2 points here? How did this make sense? What would be the gain for you to get 15 points here as opposed to 14 points? You score here, get the 2 points, you're at 15, you get another touchdown, you're at 22, you're still not over 23. I just, the logic here escapes me. This was a horrible decision, which didn't work out well, which almost came back to bite us, that 1 point difference. But they went for 2 points here. Anybody in the comments, let me know if you as a coach, are you going for 2 here? Down 23-13, you want to get 15 as opposed to 14. Is that the right call? Let me know in the comments. Let's go.
In terms of success, Lions' first 2-pointer of the year is Montgomery stopped on the ground. Jalen Petrie again. Outstanding.
Number 5 gets under his feet, drives him to the ground. Number 5 on 5, 10-point differential.
Ending game for Petrie.
Do they now decide to blitz and play man coverage? Looks like it.
Here comes the pressure. It's picked up and Stroud throws complete. Wide open and on the run. Dalton
Schultz, that's what my guy. That was my guy in my fantasy. I was glad he had some production because he wasn't given much at this point in time. So that big play was enough to get me over the edge at this point in time with the touchdown and all the yards that Mixon had done. And Schultz got involved here. I was now with a lead over my opponent in my fantasy football. And so I was happy that we were creeping up on the points. They were getting me some points, but the game was still within reach for Detroit.
Good stop to turn and get to the 36-yard line.
Look at that. Interception. Number 2 from Davis the third.
2 in 6 minutes. It's his first 2-interception game of his career. Quick toss, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Penei Sewell leading the way. Almost got that corner.
Man, Sonic. Jahmyr Gibbs here. We call him Sonic. He needed another 4 to 5 inches on that border, and he would have been down. He would have been all the way to the house on that run. He had a couple like that Sunday that missed it by that much.
Involved in so many different things. Goff going to take another deep shot for Jameson Williams. That's going to be intercepted.
So you were saying here they got to get J-Mo involved. He's a streaker on the deep weapon. Yeah, normally he's throwing that ball in front of J-Mo, and J-Mo runs to get it. And he has the ability to do that. He threw this ball so much behind him. It was horrible.
Penei, but his brothers involved in so many different things. Goff going to take another deep shot for Jameson Williams. That's going to be intercepted. That is 5 interceptions for
5 interceptions.
In 36 plus minutes.
That was crazy.
Marcus Davenport, Derek Barnes, a lot of guys that can't play.
3rd and 26 run for Dario Gumbawale. 4 targets, 2 catches for St. Brown. 3rd down, Goff swings it. Gibbs.
Toss over to Gibbs. Look at that.
Gibbs looking to cut back inside, all the way to the 44-yard line. 33 on the gain. 1st down, Detroit. Shane Zylstra in there at tight end. With Laporta out, they're going to run it with Montgomery.
Knuckles. Not a whole lot, but Mixon, man, they shut down Mixon. Mixon was getting like 1 yard after this. He was not getting anything. They had literally, once I got my points and my lead, they shut him down. Grant was all over that field. He didn't get an interception, but he was knocking those things down.
4-man rush again. Goff's got a scan underneath. Finally, St. Brown. Shy of the 45-yard line. Texans missing Folo Fotokasi out now for the remainder of the game.
That was a good block by Knuckles. Oh, that was a hit. That hurt there. He got sandwiched.
About to bring it in his body, got tagged afterwards and feels the effects of
He got sandwiched. J-Mo, definitely no joke in open face. You don't want to be a standing target. Look at this. Watch this man. Knuckles. See why we call him Knuckles? Nope. I'm not down. It's going to take. It's going to take. And they always try to knock him down out of bounds because they can't do it on the field. Funny. Beautiful play. Beautiful play.
Touchdown Detroit. Lions right back in it.
I'll take a double helping of David Montgomery and Amon-Ra St. Brown. The Detroit Lions officially awake, active, and in this
You see
football
Sewell
game.
go and just
Who's out blocking there, Chris?
body that guy
Sewell again.
right there. He just laid all over him.
Let's see if the Texans can find something on offense that has been missing in this second half. Fake to Mixon. Stroud sets, throws in the middle. Nice find inside of Schultz. Anzalone pulling at the ball. But Dalton
Another point,
Schultz
more
goes to
points
the
for me.
47-yard
Every time they
line.
had Gibbs running, I'm like, where's Knuckles? I don't want Gibbs getting points because my opponent was playing Gibbs.
Houston got away from him. Almost runs into a sack, and now the ball comes out.
This
And it's
play
the
was
Texans
bizarre.
fall on it, almost like
Why did his own player,
Houston got
watch his own player right there.
away from him.
He goes in 71. 71 is tugging. He's tugging on this ball. He's stripping this ball from his own quarterback.
Into a
Look at him. He's pulling this ball. Why?
sack, and now
And then he pops it out, and then
the ball comes out.
he luckily gets his own stripped fumble, his forced fumble. That's crazy. What the heck was 71? I'll have to keep it. I haven't paid any attention to the Texans at all this year, but I'm going to have to pay attention to the next couple of games and see if 71 is out there playing or not. That was ridiculous. That was a joke. I don't know what he was possibly thinking he was doing by stripping the ball from his own quarterback in the backfield. Luckily, they got it and was able to recover it. He stripped it from his own quarterback and then recovered it. Crazy.
And it's free, and the Texans fall on it, almost like his own player may have helped cause the fumble. Next Sunday night, Lions down 3. Jahmyr Gibbs, first down run. First down, Gibbs down the sideline. He
If
goes.
Gibbs had gotten either one of those
Good
touchdowns,
opener
I would have
for
lost
Detroit,
my
trying to tie or
fantasy.
take the lead.
So we didn't need it, and I'm glad he didn't get it.
Goff, St. Brown, round 9, mark him right at the 41-yard line. The corner, Kamari Lassiter out for the rest of the game for Houston. Gibbs, right, accelerates.
Yeah, but every time they gave the ball, I'm like, no. As a matter of fact, my opponent had gotten the lead from me, but they had actually got Gibbs down. He had a loss of like 8 to 10 yards. He got hit behind, and that got me back up. Look how tight that is. Look how close that is. That is crazy how close that was. All right, so let's talk about that. That kick was crazy close to that upright. But here, had the Lions not gone for that unnecessary 2-point conversion, which they failed at, the score would be 24 Detroit, 23 Houston. They would be playing this game totally different. For them, it doesn't change because they still need to get a field goal or a touchdown to get the lead at this point with 4 minutes left in the second half, in the fourth quarter here. But the score would have been 24-23 if the Lions would have just simply kicked that extra point. And it was again, in the comments, let me know what was the benefit of trying to get 15 points as opposed to 14 points back at the beginning of the second half. It makes no sense. But nevertheless, we're here, tied up. Is a new game, 0-0. Whoever scores the most at this point wins the game.
Stroud throws inside, complete to Mechie. Second and 8. Tank Dell is the motion man. He's going that way. Dell's got it, and he's got a first down. Dario Gumbawale is the back. He stays in. Stroud in trouble. Throws in the middle. Incomplete. Terry and Arnold coming over. He'll be shaken up as he remains down on the turf. Miami Fairbairn for the lead from 58 yards away. It is wide left.
That thing was horribly wide to the left. That was crazy.
Goff sets, throws. It is caught by St. Brown for the first down at the 37-yard line. David Montgomery now the back. Montgomery inside run.
I was so happy they were using knuckles and not Sonic here. Otherwise, I would have lost.
The fall forward yardage to the 32. For 52 for the win. It is just
Wow. And you see how tight that kick was. He's literally
inside the
kicked.
upright. Jake Bates, hometown hero. And the Lions have come all the way back.
Man, that field goal was so tight to that post.
52 for the win.
That was
It is just good.
the first kick to tie the game was that close on the right post and to win the game. So the other one was 58 yards tight to that left, to that right post. And to win, this was like 52, I believe, tight to that left post. I mean, it is crazy how close that came. I mean, it just added to the dramatics of this game. This game was insane. It was crazy. But the Lions fans showed up in Houston like crazy. There was actually a point where the Houston's had a delay of game because the Lions fans were so loud that they couldn't hear their plays. They couldn't communicate their play, and they had to take a delay of game penalty. Lions fans showed up and showed out. So that was a shitty end for the Houstons, who came out the first half and just blew out the Lions the first half. And I'm sure they were high on their horse, feeling great, feeling good, similar to the way we were last year when we were playing San Francisco in the conference final. You go into the half with a big lead and thinking, hey, we just got to do XYZ, and you come out, you're a different team, they're a different team, and it's a totally different results. And that's definitely what happened to them. So they had a shitty end there as a result. We had a great win, great comeback. Defense stepped up. Offense finally got their stuff together, and they made it happen by the skin of that pigskin. If the laces was flipped around the other way, it might have brushed that thing, and we have a different outcome. That's how close it was. It was crazy. So I said the title here says there's 2 Houstons, 2 crappy endings. And so let's talk about the second crappy end in this game. And that and Jay, I'm sorry, Amara is going to explain on the St. Brown's podcast what happened.
I have one last question. What's up with your teammate shitting his pants mid-game?
I don't have anything to say about that.
I bet he wish y'all wore fucking blue or some shit, or like a black team.
I'm changing. This nigga Demo comes up to me. He's like, "Say, bro, James going viral." I said, "For what?" He goes, "He shit his pants." I said, "No way, no fucking way."
I've never seen that, bro. That's crazy. I've heard of teammates pissing themselves on the sideline. Like, you got to go to the bathroom, but like,
James, bro, I love you. Like, I just hate it had to be you.
He's sad that had to happen to him, but now Houston came out and said that he sat in some Gatorade, and that's what happened. He said he didn't poop his pants.
His pants. I said, "No way." Hey, fucking
What flavor of Gatorade is that? If he set in, and he probably could try to sell that because it does look kind of greenish, but he might have been eating spinach like Popeye before the game. Uh, we will never know, but this is something he's gonna have to live with. And look at Amara just cracking up. They boys, they can do that. I can't laugh at the man, for that situation, um, but his boy can. And I know my boy Sean Campbell. I'm sporting my Jack Campbell, my Jack Campbell jersey. Um, and because I had to get the black. These black jerseys are fire. I love these things. I usually wear all black the way they did in one of their games earlier this year when they debuted it. Um, but my boy Sean Campbell, I got Campbell because I would have probably got Saint Brown, or I would have got Gibbs, or I had a few options, but I went with Campbell because of my best friend Sean Campbell, who passed away just as the brand new Lions were getting their foot and starting to make a run. I've been friends with him over 45 years. This is my eighth boon coon from fourth grade. We've been friends, and so he's no longer here. He don't get to enjoy these brand new Lions, and so I got the Campbell shirt to honor him and allow him to kind of be here with me as I celebrate the new Lions. So this shirt is really Sean Campbell, but it's also Jack Campbell because that's his numbers. Jack had an incredible game uh, on Sunday as well, and then also it's a third thing too. Dan Campbell is the one of the key people in this rebirth of the new Detroit Lions. So I get to have three purposes in this one shirt. Dan Campbell, Jack Campbell, and of course my boy Sean Campbell gets to ride with me. So I'm glad I switched over at halftime. I'm like, man, I got to do the new Lions. The old Lions. Barry's my boy, but I had to take him off on Sunday night because the offense wasn't doing it, and I had to switch up. And obviously the Lions had to switch up as well. And defense did what they had to do. The offense finally came alive, sparked by that defensive interception at the start of the second half, and it's now history. And so the Detroit Lions are still kings of the North, and we're also America's team. We are the new America's team. People love the Lions because of this type of prime time example of resilience, of grit, and the ability to overcome the challenges that were faced, no matter if they make some of the mess themselves. This is what they talk about the Chiefs. They talk about them being able to win the games that they shouldn't win, and the Lions are playing that same type of ball, just one game short of the Chiefs. But I think this is the year. I said last year that it would be the Chiefs and Lions. We missed it by a game, but this year I'm sticking with that same story: Chiefs, Lions in the Super Bowl, and the Lions take it, just like we won last year when we played the Chiefs. It was a narrow win. I believe we went into overtime and won that. Whatever it takes, the Lions are going to win if they make it to the Super Bowl along with those Chiefs. So thank you guys for watching it live. Thank you for watching it on the replay. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what about those coaching decisions. And I appreciate you. I love you. Until next time, I'll see you on the web. Barry Sanders for sure. That is my dude. Um, yep, it's a big loss. Hopefully he comes back up for that game with the Chiefs to end this thing. I appreciate you, man, coming in, being my solo commenter. I appreciate it. 2 Houstons, 2 crappy endings. Let's go. Detroit Lions, Kings of the North, America's team. Have a good night.